looking for the functional part of the course. You just would like to
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, I would like to focus on the functional side. You know,
Great. Okay.
when it goes to the cloud, the technical is hidden. You don't until you are part of the core technical team. You don't come in hand with the technical side of it. So I am interested in functional side.
Great. Okay. Yeah. So, Radhika, would you like to tell about your objective? Sujata?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Ranjit. My experience is like I actually worked as a engineer for some time, and now I'm trying to move on to like kind of a more functional role. And I thought, and also I used to work in a company which we made a product for supply chain. So CRM is something that goes hand in hand with that, and I thought like I have the basis to relate to whatever uh, the Salesforce is going to provide, and I can, more on the functional side is what I'm looking for. And also, the I looked into some of the admin features, so
Okay.
that's also something that I'm interested. But I have to go through the course to decide which role I want to actually take.
Oh, okay. Great. So, Sujata, would like to tell anything?
Yes, Ranjit. My name is Sujata, and I've been on the on-site marketing and business side always, and mostly interacting with people and paperwork, legal paperwork, selling real estate, and
Oh, oh,
getting new clients on the technical recruiting side. So
great.
I
Okay.
have no technical background, so I would like to switch to functional, and also I'm open to learning admin and developer
Great.
in Salesforce also.
Okay. With respect to any transition to any technology, uh, irrespective you have any related background, the more important things you should have some interest to transition to the technology, any technology. So that will uh, that's the main thing, right? You can learn the things slowly, and eventually you can able to transition to any new technology. So it can be a programming part or it can be a functional part, either way. So, but good is you have some functional background or programming background, but other case also it's fine. You need to put some out of you transition to technology. So as part of this course, I am very well happy to guide you all. All you need, you have to sync with me with the day-to-day sessions. So now this demo part, I would like to explain about what is CRM. So some of you know about CRM, but I like to give brief about CRM and Salesforce application overview. Then we'll talk about our the syllabus and the difference between the two major categories of the job profile in Salesforce and the key aspects of my course. So any queries you have in between, you can stop me. I'm happy to explain. If at all I'm not able to give a answer for you, I can bring answer later to email also. So to see about when the company started in the year 1999, co-founded by Mark Benioff, and in the state, California, San Francisco, and their main objective was to provide customer relationship management application over the cloud. So it means that the application can be accessed using an internet connection in a browser. So it's a kind of, you will provided with a login ID password. You can log in into the application and you can access the CRM based application. So the objective was to provide customer relationship management software to automate the sales process. So we'll see about what is CRM. Then I will explain you what are the different products the Salesforce have currently in the market, and in which part of the service they are majorly concentrated. So The CRM is a general strategy. It's not like no specific to Salesforce. CRM is a strategy or model. You can say uh, you can manage an organization interactions with customers and prospects. So organization interaction in the sense it can be the phone calls, emails, meetings, and social media. So if you take any no departments in your business, it can be a sales department, it can be a marketing department, and you have a support process in your business to support the existing customers. So as part of sales process, you know, when a sales agent follow up with the contacts, follow up with different leads, we call it as a leads or prospects. It means they become your customers in future. So you'll follow up with them, to identify if they are qualified, for your business. So it's called as leads. So that those lead management, as part of how will you follow up with different leads, a number of leads you will follow up with, and how well you can manage those information as part of your sales business, and how will you convert the leads, and how will you track your sales. More important thing is how you will track your sales. How many leads have been converted in the last month, and how many customers are in pipeline, how many sales are in pipeline, how many margins you have made. All those information. To track all those informations, you should have the information in one centralized database. So each department in your organization will refer the same information. So same version of data. So as part of marketing, you may have running the campaigns, the marketing events, and out of marketing events you generate the leads. Right? Leads in the sense, leads is nothing but the prospect. The prospect may become your customers in future. So we'll follow up with them. So generating leads out of marketing event, and the follow up with them. So all those activities, how you can manage all those information, using a model, a strategy. That is what the CRM strategy is. So the Salesforce, the major service, the service provided by Salesforce, the major service is based on CRM. So they have a number of products, CRM products in market. They call it as Sales Cloud. So Sales Cloud is a product used to automate your sales process. The sales process starts with a campaign. Then you will generate the leads out of marketing event. Then you will convert the leads as your customer. Then customer information will be captured in different tables, account, contacts, and you will have opportunities with the customers. Any potential deal, it will have some value, right? If you are forecasting any sales to the customers, then you will follow those deals as an opportunity in the system. So altogether, the entire process, how you can automate using an application. The application, if you access the application, you'll be able to see all the tables inside the application. Tables have relationship between them, and you have different automated process as part of this application. Tracking the leads, converting the leads, and track all the customer interactions like emails, phone calls as part of every lead record. And you can generate you can manage a different marketing event, and you can able to track your sales using different features like reports and dashboards, right? And you will have a different business automation process. So altogether, they provide a application which can be used to automate your sales process. So, right, similarly, they have a different product called Service Cloud. So how to support your customers? It's a kind of your help desk, right? When a customer call the support agent log the ticket. It's called as case in Salesforce, and you will provide the solution for the cases, and you have knowledge database where the customers can refer any frequently asked questions. Instead of raising the case, they can they get the information from the knowledge database. So altogether, right, the different process like assigning the ticket to the right team, and the escalation process, and there are different business automation process and the report and dashboards, and altogether, right, they have a application which can be accessed, and you can automate your support process. So you need not develop the application. No, you need not develop the application. The application has already been developed, and you have to subscribe with Salesforce, and you will pay per user basis. You will pay for the license to access this application. So the applications, in general, the applications are called standard applications. So it means applications already been developed, and you are accessing the application over the cloud. Any question?
Right. This is
Yes.
Michael.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the standard applications. You mean that for different customers can have a different versions of the application, or how it is? For example, if I am an automobile industry, I have a one kind of application. And if I am in a pharmaceutical company, I will have a different kind of how that works, or it is a general one.
Yeah. So when you create any application, on-premise application, for example. So when you create an on-premise application, you will start with data modeling, isn't it? If you already have infrastructure in place, right? Infrastructure, software, database in place, you will start with data modeling. Data modeling in the sense, you will create tables, and you will create relationship between the tables. Yeah. So if you take a Sales Cloud, it is a generic application which can be used, which would fit for any sales business. It is not specific to any particular business objective. Yeah. The way that you can customize the application with respect to your business need, you need a platform to customize the application, like a programming language, or if at all, I as you said, I need additional tables to manage my pharmaceutical business. I don't want opportunities. I need a different tables. I need a different relationship between the tables. Of course, you can do that. You can customize the sales application, Sales Cloud. You can also create your own application similar to Sales Cloud. So that need a platform. Salesforce is also providing you the platform to customize your application.
So if anybody has go ahead and created, say, for an automobile industry, and I can straight away consume that application as a model, and from the day one I can start working on
exactly. So the main, right, the difference between the on-premise and cloud computing, as you know, cloud computing is applications can be accessed using an internet connection, and the application is a standard application. You will not spending time to setting up the infrastructure, and you will not spending time to develop the application. The application is already in place. It takes you can say a week time to migrate your information into the application. You can start running your business. If at all your the data modeling is is fit for your business, you can exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So, am I answering your questions, Nick?
Yeah. Ranjit, good, yeah.
So, if you take, yes.
Yeah, I just have one question there. Yes. Say, depending on the size of the company where it's going to go, right, where we're going to implement, of course, the need to have like different tables or different things would be different for each company. Yes. So, is there like any kind of a restriction? Say, for example, I'm a big company and I would need like 100 tables or something, but or if I'm a small company, then I would go with the standard whatever the Salesforce gives. That works for the small company.
Of course, yeah.
So how does it work? Like where is the line? Like how is it done?
Yeah. So as I said, this is the service provided by Salesforce is based on subscription model. So the user will pay, per month. Per user will pay month-wise, and you will build annually. So in the sales side, I'm telling. So if you take a subscription model, any subscription model. For example, we are connecting through Zoom. So the Zoom edition, you can call it as edition. The Zoom edition which I am using can accommodate 50 participants. One host can connect the meeting. So if you take the Zoom version which I am taking is called a starter Zoom edition. If you go with professional one, professional Zoom edition, it will allow two hosts can conduct the meeting and more than 50 participants, around 100 participants can join the meeting. So it means it's a subscription business. The look and feel wise, you'll find the similarities, but the features like the size, as you said, if you take a Sales Cloud product, so they have different types of edition: CRM Starter Edition, Professional Edition, Enterprise Edition, and Unlimited Edition. So these are all called editions. So the CRM's editions, if your business is a small business where you like to have only 5 users in your login, only 5 users will log in into the application, and the customers can be a number of customers, but only the 5 users who can customize the product. So only the 5 users can log into the application. You can start with your CRM start. And if you like to add a number of users, more than 5 users, and you like to have account and contact management, the feature, you like to have tables, accounts and contact, where you can will have a relationship between the account and contact. Account is nothing but where you will manage your company information, and all the contacts under that company will manage in contact table. So such kind of contact management is necessary as part of my business. I need to engage with more than 5 users in my application, then you can upgrade your application. Where the space for your data storage will be more than the CRM Starter edition. And if you go with the enterprise, you will have option to automate your different business process. So in such way, with respect to your business size, you can upgrade your license, and when you go the unlimited edition, you will see enormous. It's fit for very large business. Volume of the business is very large. Then you can engage with millions of customers, users, and the data storage is unlimited. So that's how you can upgrade your. So the limitation wise, license, the limitation is applicable for every license. That you'll understand better when you explain about when you attend the session, right? Part of the session, we cover about what is license, what are the profile, what are the limitations of the license. Of course, when you take any subscription model, you have the limitations with respect to your license. So you have option to upgrade your license, and you can also add on your license. If at all, I consumed all the data storage provided to store my data, files, images. I need additional storage. You can go for add-on license. The add-on license is the additional cost. You will have to pay along with the user's license that you are paying. You got some idea?
Yeah. So Ranjit, I have one question.
Yeah.
So all the apps that you are supposed to develop, is it apply? Yeah, that's also like by pay, add-ons, like
No.
you have to pay on the go, or
No, not on the go.
like so the 5 user gets the same as the enterprise or the unlimited, or the 5 gets so the product is the same and you you pay for all the ads, apps that you get into that
No,
application?
not with respect to app. Say for example, no, this is a company official website. You see the product overview.
Mm,
You see different services, sales, and they have 3 different products under sales
mm,
objective. So if you take Sales Cloud, and see the pricing part, so that's what I'm talking about. These are all the editions, the starter editions, out of box here, right? The data modeling is in place. Only 5 users can log into the application. Only you have to pay $25, and if you have 5 users, it means if you have assigned the license to the 5 users, then you will pay 25 into 5. So that cost is fixed. No, you can develop a number of applications with respect to the limitations. How many application? How many? There is no limitation for the application, but there is a limitations. How many objects, tables you can have in your system. So with respect to that, right? So there won't be any additional cost. If you consume the license, all you have to go with buying an additional license, but your billing, how much you are going to pay per month is fixed. There won't be any specific. There won't be any additional cost. There won't be any cost to go on the go. You will pay. No, with respect to license, what you are going to pay is fixed. You know, well known how much you are going to pay billed annually. It's not like when you go for add-on license. Of course, the add-on license cost will be added to your regular subscription.
okay.
You have any queries? Are clear? Or?
Good, Ranjit.
Sujata, Radhika, who is this?
Yeah, I got it.
So
Yeah,
clear.
thank
So okay. So the cost, the user license is a fixed cost that you are going to pay to the Salesforce. There won't be any changes in this cost. That's right. Only the add-on license you are going to buy, anything with respect to storage or any additional license you are going to buy, to consume certain features, then that license cost will be added. There won't be any application-wise cost will pay. Okay, so similarly, yes.
I have a question. So it doesn't go by the volume of transaction in any form, always by number of users?
Always by number of users.
Say, for example, it is 5 users having 10,000 sales per month or leads for the transaction information, or will pay less because they will have a more storage and more infrastructure, more processing power and all those things. So, okay, I get it. So only
So it's a yeah. Come again. Yeah, please proceed.
Yeah, it is purely based on number of users.
Exactly. So it's a kind of sharing architecture. It's called as multi-tenant architecture. So if, for example, the users consumed, the data storage for the lead, and it means it impacts other users, of course, but all the users is part of your org, one environment, one login. So you have multiple users in the same login. So it's a kind of sharing architecture. So all you have to do, you will pay for per user basis. That's it. So I was trying to explain cloud computing services. Then I will try to relate which part of the service this Sales Cloud and comes under. So hope you know about cloud computing services. There are 3 different ways a vendor can provide service to the customers: software as a service, and platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. Now your Sales Cloud comes under software as a service. So the application, the application is a software licensing application. It's a kind of delivery model. The subscription basis, which is centrally hosted, and you can access the application on demand, right? So that comes under software as a service. And a cloud computing service can also be a platform. It means you cannot customize the Sales Cloud. All you need a platform to customize application. So the PaaS is kind of where it allows the users to develop, run, and manage the application. So how will you manage? No, in general, no, in on-premise application, if you like to customize or develop a new application, you need the point-and-click features or programming languages, right? So similarly, as part of the cloud computing service can also be a platform as a service. So where you will be able to access features like point-and-click and programming languages to customize standard applications. You can also create a new application similar to Salesforce. And IaaS service is an infrastructure as a service where you will virtually access the computer resources. It can be a data storage or sources related to data storage, servers, hardware, software. All those comes under IaaS. And how will you customize the Sales Cloud application? You need a point-and-click and programming languages, which is that platform is called as Force.com in Salesforce technology. So Force.com is a platform as a service. Now where you will find, once you log into the application, you will be able to see a different applications like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and you will also find the point-and-click features and programming language. You have option to write your do your coding and debug the code and run your test cases and code deployment. Adding multiple users. All you need, right? You have features to create your tables. So all you need a platform as part of this login. You will be able to access the standard application. You can also create a custom application. So standard and custom. These are two technologies you will find in Salesforce. Standard in the sense, the application is out-of-box features. The application is developed by vendor. You will access the application. And custom application is applications with respect to our business need. Admin or developer can create the application. Okay, so you need a platform which is called as Force.com in Salesforce. So any queries, I will just show you how the login environment is. So the editions which we have seen are the pay editions. These are all the pay editions, right? You can, if you like to see, access these applications for a trial, only 30 days trial or trial are allowed. And next to next to 30 days you have to pay for to continue the license. So then how will you learn our the course for training purpose? We'll have a free edition. We'll have the free edition called a developer edition. So this can be called as full featured copy of Force.com platform. So it means full featured copy of Force.com. You'll be able to see all the features that is there in your higher end edition. As part of the free edition, is a kind of marketing package where Salesforce is allowing any number of users can any users can register with the developer edition. There is no any expiry for the license, and with respect to license, only 2 CRM users can be logged into the application. It means only 2 users can customize the CRM features. Only 2 users can access the reports and dashboard, business automation process, and create a campaign, work with the leads, convert the leads into account, contacts, track opportunities, track the sales, forecasting. So all those features can be accessed only by 2 users, and we have limited storage in the developer edition. Other than that, you'll be able to see all the features in the developer edition. This edition we are going to use for our training. So where I can see this edition, you can see, see it under developer.salesforce.com. Right? You can sign up for a developer edition, and I just given the direct URL to sign up. If you see the developer.salesforce.com, you can see it's a knowledge repository of Salesforce. You can see, you can access documentations and the training modules. As you are going to see that attend the trainings, right? The similar way of modules you can also access over there. And they have a community. As part of community, the users can post their ideas. The ideas, it can be ideas from the business users. They feel like any features as part of this application would be very significant for their business. Then they can post that as an ideas, and other users can vote the ideas. And if that meet the threshold number of votings, then you can expect. It's having different stages. It can be the stages can be a threshold and approval under process. Then finally, that will be implemented into the as part of the application. That kind of community they have, and in that way, they are upgrading the product 3 times a year. 3 times a year, you can see the update is happening for all the applications altogether. So, it's called as release. So, spring, summer, and winter. In such way, they 4 months once you can expect. They will release, do the release, and they upgrade the product. With the different features, to the application, and all users will not log into that particular upgrade window. That will be not more than a day. So it can be a weekend period. You will not log into the application, and you'll be able to see the updated features once you log in after the maintenance. So that's how the upgrade is happening first to the test environment. Then, if you have any issues with the test environment, you can reach Salesforce support. You can get resolved before you actually schedule your production upgrade. So, any queries? So this is the URL we'll use to log into the application. Login the Salesforce.com, and the login.salesforce.com is to log into your production environment. And test.salesforce.com is to log into test environment. And I have created the login ID earlier. So this is the login, a typical login of Salesforce environment, and you will see the right side standard applications, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and if you select the applications, the corresponding interfaces are getting loaded over here. So back to Sales Cloud, you'll see different interfaces, campaigns. You can create a campaign, a row into the campaign table through this interface, right? All you have to fill your information. It's kind of marketing event, right? How you capture the marketing event, the budget of the marketing event, actual cost, what is the status of it, right? It's called pick list field. So you save this, and data is committed to the database through this interface, right? This is an interface, it's not actual table. This is an interface to object. And these are all out-of-box features, right? We haven't created this layout. This is called page layout. So these haven't, right? We haven't created. These are out-of-box feature as part of this application. And we have lead, right? As part of lead record, you'll see the status of the lead. Whether lead is open, not contacted, whether they are converted, and what is it, the company details, and who is the lead name, right? And what is the source? Whether we capture the lead from web or for inquiry, and the lead is having relationship with campaign table. So from which campaign you generate this lead, right? You can select if you have a campaigns record already. These are all just interfaces according to the group of interfaces to the application, and they have inbuilt a chatter tool. It's called it's a collaboration tool to communicate among the users in the organization, in the environment. You can create a group similar to your newsfeed in your Facebook. But this is just for your login, not a social group. Okay, so you can post and comment. By pointing, you can point a particular person with a symbol. Right, you can share this, so that will be notified to the person logging to the application. And they have a global search, where you can search information across multiple tables. Where you can search information across across multiple tables, and you will get the results. Table-wise, it will show the results. We are not doing any a query or something, right? We are not running any query against the database. So it's all out-of-box features, right? So that's what, right? The application is a kind of standard application, but to customize your application, you need a platform, right? Post.com home, as I said, is a platform as a service. So you can access under setup link. You can see I can add users under administrator link, new user. Can add the new users, assign the license to them, and assign the permissions to them. I can make these active users or inactive users, and they have a build section to create tables. How will you create a tables? They have a drag and drop features. Table in Salesforce is called object. Drag and drop. If at all you would like to create a table called employee, create a table like this, and to create a field into this table, a column into this table. You drag what kind of information you're going to capture. So depending upon the information, you drag the type of the to capture the name of the employee or the client. Right? What is the length of the field? Whether it's a record field, you should not allow duplicates. Check this. Whether it's a case sensitive or case insensitive. Right? So in such way, declaratively, you can customize the application. So customizing, develop the application have two approaches. Declarative way and programmatic way. So right, programmatical way or declarative way. So you have two ways you can customize the application. As part of admin course, you will learn completely how you can customize the application declaratively. How you can work with all your how you can navigate in the environment. You will understand the domain of the environment. What is sales life cycle? What is service life cycle? How you can automate different business process using workflow automation, approval process. How you can create objects without involving any coding. How you can modify the layout. If I have a account layout, I like to modify this layout. I don't want to show all these fields to the user. I would like to a user belongs to sales department should not edit this annual revenue. I can restrict a particular user through a security model. Those part of the things you will learn as part of the admin. You will learn as part of the admin course, like manage users, your security model, and process automations, report and dashboards.
Hello, Ranjit.
Yes.
So what is the out of the box means? Is this module, or what is it like? Our box is something that box is like a language that's used in this Salesforce
Oh,
to.
no, it's not specific to the Salesforce. No, it's general. Out of box, it's
Uh,
the what you are get out of this standard application. We are not going to not going to create anything. It's already there. You are going to get from the tool. You are going to get
okay.
out of the tool. That's it. It's no all the
Okay.
the data model is already in place. It's out of box feature. So no, if you before you come to a conclusion like Salesforce is a fit for your business, you will have you will have two different columns. I'm going to automate my sales process.
Okay.
So yes, I would like as part of our sales process, I would like to do account management. Right? You'll see the you will have a Salesforce checklist. Right? You will find yes, it is there. And you need something like integrate with third party system. No, integrate with Oracle. No, it is not out of box. You need a customization. Right? So this way, if out of box features reaches out of 10 check a requirement, you meet more than 60%, is there in out of box, you will go with particular application as a solution for your business sector. So that way, right?
So
Out of
basically, the inbuilt of the
exactly,
Salesforce product.
yeah, the other way, yes, exactly. So right, so I will just walk through the syllabus. Then, out of my training, what I would cover, and those things I will explain. And makes sense. Able to follow any queries you have?
It's good, Ranjit.
Great. So these are the things I'm planning, focusing to cover in the in the time frame we have. Uh, about licenses as part of admin course. We'll see about how will you provide a login to your a grant login access. I am the user. Now I have I'm having an issue with some part of my feature, part of my use links or something, tables or something. Then you will allow admin to log in into your provide a temporary access to the admin, so the admin can log in into your system. It's kind of temporary access. How to grant, how you can generate a security code so that others, you out of IP ranges, you cannot log in into this application unless you provide the security token, which can be very lengthy alphanumeric value. So how you can reset the password. So all these are all administrative steps. And how will you designing the application? How you can create your new application entirely, declaratively, right? As I said, declaratively, not using any coding. So it can be, creating a tables. Tables in Salesforce called objects. Adding fields, creating a pick list. You create a dependency between the, pick list field. Like, when you select the country, only a state related to the country will be enabled in the another field, right? Such kind of dependencies. And creating the buttons, validation rules, such kind of validation rules. When you save the information, right? Validation is triggered and you get the error message. So that kind of custom validations, modifying the page layout, and process automation. Like automatic email notification. All those things as part of this course, reports and dashboard, quite important topic, and sharing and security. How will you, yes.
Ranjit, I have a question to you. Say, when you said like you can design and do customization, right? The tools and those pages. Say, for example, as an administrator, you want to do it, right? So, is there like a separate page where you go and see all these options to create new tables or create pick list or anything, or it's a standard kind of a menu, and you hide and using security features to
Yeah,
display those things to
yeah,
certain users?
yeah, exactly. The last thing you told that way. So if I have,
Oh, okay. So
yeah, tell me
so
first.
Salesforce opens it like everything, and it's up to the administrator to give access to those menus, links according to the user configuration, right?
Exactly, you are there. Yeah, it's
Okay.
exactly, if you have a different category
So
of.
there is
Hmm.
there, there is no difference in like the access layout between a developer and the user, the end user of the application.
With respect to the access and permissions assigned to them. So that way it will work. The user, you can hide the setup link for
Mm-hmm.
a user if you don't want to, give access to force.com form. So they cannot
Oh.
customize the application. They can only access, these objects. Again, you know what? Whether they can create a new object, you can hide this button
Mm.
from particular user. So they cannot create a record into this object.
So, but out of the box, let all users do all
Yes.
functions.
Yeah, let all users all functions. It's all how you define your security model, how you assign the permissions to the user. It's all depending upon, it's with respect to the administrator role. It's kind of administrator role. So admin can, decide all those things. Assigning the right permissions to the users with respect to the your business need.
Mm. How about data load? Like, say, for example, I have so many employees, and then I don't want to go and load in each. There should be an integration with the existing ERP system, right? Or those things are there, right?
Integrating with other system, data
Yeah,
communication
no.
with.
Say, for example, like I have so many employees in my organization. I want to get them all into Salesforce. How it should be
Yeah,
a automated process, right?
it's you have option to uh, create multiple users at a time, or else you can, if you have multiple users, if you say multiple users, you can add how many users you can add? 1 minute. Okay, so you can add multiple users, but you cannot add more than 10 users at a time, I guess. But if you like to add, n number of users, say for example 100 users at a time, and all you have to do, prepare a CSV file with necessary, mandatory information like last name, email ID, and what profile you are going to assign, what roles. Then you can, at a one stage you can upload the information into user table. In that way you can bring all the users into the organization, or else the other way, the dynamic way of migrating the users, you can have integration, integration with that particular systems where you would like to pull users. In that way you can also dynamically uh, migrate the users into Salesforce.
Yeah, my question is that also be possibly done through these through the
Declare.
links
You cannot do it
from the main.
integration. You cannot do it declaratively. You need to go with coding customization. You have to do with configuration customization. You have to do the coding. That way you have to integrate. But the CSC way of uploading, you can do it using declarative. If you have a file in your hand, you can do with uh, the various two types of tools we have: data loader
Mm.
and import wizard. You can download it for Windows or Mac. It's a kind of client application. You will download, and you can, through application programming interface, you can upload information from the this tool to Salesforce directly. It can be any object you can upload the information.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
it. So what about performance? Say, for example, like I have so many data, and then how it's again going to be on the cloud and everything. So in case of performance, how's that? Supposing I want to pull a dashboard report or something, which is going to go use real-time data.
Mhm.
How does it work in
See the
larger organization?
Yeah, so declaratively, if you're if you have a large volume of data in the organization, um, performance-wise, no, I don't see. Uh, of course, if your enormous data volume of data is larger, when you export any information, it takes time. When you update information with respect to your volume of data, no, it takes no time to update your information. But performance-wise, no. I don't see any uh, issue with respect to volume of data. But there is a time frame you need to wait for to complete that particular the process to be completed. No, it takes it's really depending upon how much volume of data you are going to commit or update. So that is there, but that is not a big issue with respect to how you use your with respect to the application, because millions of users already been using, so they are if you are handling the information in real time with integrating with the external system, it is depending upon how you handled in your programming. So that way, your code should be it should be an optimized way. For example, see, I am pulling the data using a query language. Salesforce having their own query language. So if you like to pull a name and phone number from external system, so you should make sure you have only phone name and phone field in your query. You need not have any other field other than this. And the field which are not actually required in your system. In that way, you have to optimize your code to make sure performance wise, it should not impact your business. So that way, the code wise, you should also take effort. The way you code does matter.
Okay, thanks.
So all those best practices in terms of improve the performance of your application, and volume of data that can be have in your object, and the way the report and dashboard and the business process automation. So all depending upon it's all we need, there is a way how you customize your application, how you develop your application. So those best practices also you should consider while developing the application. Of course, that will impact your performance also.
Ranjit, I have a question.
Yes.
Can you go back to your PDF of syllabus? I wanted to ask based on that. So you said that the administrator is going to design the application, correct?
Yeah.
That means the administrator need to have the business knowledge.
See, the administrator, who have the admin knowledge of Salesforce. The admin, in the sense, the roles and responsibilities not specific to designing the application. So admin who have a function knowledge is considered the guy who have good admin knowledge. So it means he can play a role of business analyst. So the business analyst will not design the application. Of course, you should know the core data modeling of Salesforce, sales process, service process. So you should have a knowledge about business, whether that can be the application can be designed entirely using out of box features. It's not like you have to go with the programming as a solution. So that kind of knowledge, of course, the admin should have. So then admin, the guy who will tell you whether it can be handled declaratively or it you need a you need to go with the programming. So,
The second question is based on the programming. What is the programming language used, or how a programming will look like? Can you show us something?
yes. So programming, part majorly we learn about two languages: Visual Force and Apex. And Visual Force is like your HTML, the tag-based language. Everything you will write in your tag. For example, a name you will write within your the name tag. So you will have a closer tag, open tag.
Yeah.
Right?
Tag and value.
Yes, simplest way I am telling you, but we have certain complexity, but we'll go from basics. And Apex is a OOPS-based language, object-oriented language. It means you will write your business logic within a class. And this is not completely OOPS, and it includes Salesforce, own methods and interfaces. Okay, so I will show you a sample program. That way you will be able to understand.
So the Apex, it describes the object-oriented programming.
Exactly.
Okay,
It's not completely object-oriented because you have to adapt to Salesforce own methods and interfaces.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Sorry, Ranjit, to pull you into that.
No. It's my pleasure to explain you. It takes time for me. Or else, I just go with forward password. No problem. So learning the program, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
If you have some interest to because when you pursue the career as either as a business analyst or admin or any specific functional role, it's always good if we have some programming knowledge in Salesforce. Knowing the things, some basics will always an added advantage because comparatively when you see a guy knowing good in functional, knowing something on basics, another guy just have a knowledge on functional, who will be the preferable candidate, right? That way, learning the basics is always good.
This three components of the programming can be used together, say SOQL, as well as the Visual Force, as well as the Apex.
Yes.
Can be okay. So
you will learn about just two major category I explained you. Okay, but as part of Apex, you will learn how will you write a scheduled how will you schedule a business logic that comes under batch Apex. How will you schedule similar to a SQL procedure, Oracle procedure? How we can write a set of code that can be triggered based on an event, and as part of Visual Force page, you will learn how will you incorporate a third-party script languages, JavaScript and CSS, and a number of components, a component library using which you will develop the interface. Yeah.
And are we going to learn all these three parts?
Yes, all these three parts.
Okay, good. Okay.
So, and as part of the course, we have two interfaces. One is classic, and another is Lightning. You might have heard about Lightning. So Lightning is a emerging development user interface where you can develop the application compatible to access any type of devices. The classic application is application now is currently still many customers are using, but in future you can say Lightning is the one every customer will migrate depending upon their business. And you will learn about classic mostly. Then I will also spend the sessions to when you can migrate to Lightning and how you can develop the components in Lightning. And what I was trying to show you, yes, we're trying to show you the coding, right? So you see the under develop, I have a Visual Force page, repository. These are all the pages.
Okay.
Right.
Done.
So I created a few columns. So this is the coding, Visual Force coding.
So the ID is provided within the Salesforce itself, or do I get
which ID?
correct.
Which ID?
ID development environment?
Oh, yeah. This is actually an inbuilt IDE. Yeah, inbuilt IDE,
Okay.
where you can do the codings here, and if you save these and you see the results at the top.
Okay.
One way of developing the code. It's not only one way. So one way of. So you can see open tab and close tab. So every Visual Force coding now starts with apex colon page and ends with / apex colon page. So within that, I have a page block and I given a title. So the title is displayed over here. And when you display list of records, you have to use page block table. And to create a column within this table, you have to use column tag. And value is where you will pull the information from Apex. So this is my class. So I pull information through SQL, similar to your SQL in Oracle or DB2. You query the information and you pass information. You refer this using a attribute, and you will refer this class using a controller attribute. That's how your coding looks like.
Okay.
Got it? So this way you will do the code. So this is very simplest one. Okay, this is very simplest part of the coding. But knowing
So Ranjit,
yes,
Ranjit, it's like a model view controller kind of a.
exactly. Exactly. The Salesforce is actually it's an MVC architecture. Salesforce is actually it's based on it's a MVC architecture. You have a model. You have a controller. So view, controller, and a model, right? So your database and your Apex will lie here, and your VF, right? So we create an interface, and you will get the information and process information, committing to the database, and pull the information and show into the visual interface. So this actually is called as MVC architecture, right? So this is a user interface architecture where many applications is based on MVC architecture, I guess. And Salesforce user interface is also based on MVC architecture, where every part of the MVC, the model controller can be managed independently. That is an advantage of MVC architecture, right? The model can be managed independently. You need not depending on view or controller. You can create tables and data modeling independently. So like this is my I love to cover all these topics as part of the course. We'll also cover integration basics, and lightning concepts along with all these concepts. Then as part of the course, I will guide certifications that you can appear with Salesforce. You have to pay $200 per certification. You can focus admin certification and developer certifications. So the basic levels 2 certification you can focus. That will helpful you to.
Ranjit,
Yeah.
the course duration you said 1.5 months. That covers admin as well as a developer.
Yeah, I'm focusing 20 working days for admin and 20 working days for developer. But if at all it goes to extent, may extend for another 4 or 5 days. But we'll see whether we can able to do it within this time period, or if it requires, I I don't find any issue spending time or that way we will have the course. But like to make this as 40 working days, but we'll see how it goes.
What is the cost associated with that?
It's all like I leave this to Kanchana through Omega Solutions. So they are the right person to tell you the cost. And so it's always the Omega Solutions is the right person to get all this information. Yeah. So all your come through Omega, right? So yes.
So as part of a course, will we be doing like a one big project which is like real time, kind of goes with the real time situation? So we get an exposure of what to do, like an end-to-end process.
Yeah. As part of the course, we'll also take a project, virtual project, and we implement, all this data modeling and data modeling, creating objects, creating relationship between the objects, and process automation. For a project objective, we'll see the demos. It's not like there won't be any slides. It's can say very less number of slides we'll see. If at all required, we'll go with slides. Or else we'll always log into the environment and see the demo with respect to project objective or any general sales and service process scenario. That way we'll see. Voice is breaking. Come again.
I said okay, thanks. And I just want. I always think that only you do something on a real time, you can actually understand everything in a big picture. So
everything will be real time. It's not like explain the things that won't help you. I know. So everything will be real time oriented. And I started this new batch. Yesterday morning I started, and 2 days class. I have covered whatever things I covered today. You got me? So these are things I covered, but additionally I covered a few things, under setup, like what is company profile, and how to what is users and what is profiles, and what is business hours, and these things I covered as part of today's sessions, which I usually connect by 7 a.m. IST. So tomorrow, if at all possible for all of you, you can join my session. Once if you decided, then I can again recap all these things so that you can sync with the next day course. So that way you can plan it, because the 2 days I just covered these things and additional few things. The same thing I will also recap tomorrow for if you at all any of you going to join. So you think, right?
So the next class, Ranjit, if you already began a session 2 days ago, when is the next class begins?
Next batch or class?
Or do we need next batch? Next batch
it takes another 2 months, Michael.
2 months. Okay.
So this actually I haven't. I know new candidates I will onboard in a big time. So that's the reason I always cover them basics, recap the things. It's just an hour session I covered yesterday. And
got it.
Got me. Yeah. So even I'm planning to skip a session for those batch, for all you are going to join, then that way I can skip those batch and I can connect to all of you tomorrow to to cover the missing part. Then the day after, all of you can sync with the regular batch. That way also we can do it.
In the same platform, okay.
Yeah.
So
Same batch. If at all you are
okay.
interested. Yeah.
So Ranjit,
Yes.
Every day, Monday through Friday,
Yes, I will
our
tell you.
Pacific time, 7:30 to 9:30, is it?
Exactly. 7:30 to 8, uh, 9 max, 9 maximum. But in the beginning, we'll connect for only an hour or 1 hour 15 minutes. Then slowly we'll gradually extend till 1.5 hour. So more than 1.5 hour, I don't think so. We will hang in the session.
Okay,
So,
okay.
right.
And
So,
also all the materials for me as because for me as a beginner on coding and all those, so would you recommend any materials or anything that I can go over during the daytime? So
yeah, for
Radhika,
now,
we all know each other well. So Radhika, Michael, everybody can help me in getting to know the basics of the coding and stuff like that. So
okay.
is there
So,
any material that I can review?
yes, uh, for every right for now, no, at this stage, what I would suggest, you go with my notes, which I prepared, customized notes referring at different sources, and those
Perfect.
notes I will assign into my folder, drive, and
Okay.
everyday sessions I record. Even today's demos I recording. I can share with you all, and the notes and everyday notes I record it and give additional informations into that folder. In that way, I suggest you to go with the notes now. But now,
Okay.
once I go across the a couple of weeks, then I can give you a Salesforce repository modules, training modules, and notes. Those will that time will be helpful for you, to them to refer.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Right. So let me know through Omega Solution whether you would like to continue. If at all you would like to have sessions tomorrow morning 7 a.m. IST, which should be your I think 6:30 p.m. or I'm not sure, depending upon region, right? So
7 your time is 6:30 for us. Yeah.
yeah, in that 7 a.m. IST, yeah. So if I know these, I get the response earlier, then I can plan a session for you guys. In that way, I will cover a day session for you. Then day after tomorrow, we'll have one more session, right, for to cover this weekend. Then we'll be in sync with the regular sessions by next week onwards. So that's how it works. I hope you are clear with the plan.
Yeah. It is very informative, Ranjit. That's very good.
Great.
Very good. Thank you so much. It
Right.
was very informative and very
And-
clear actually. It's getting more clarity.
Okay.
and
Thanks for
Ranjit,
Thanks,
yeah.
Ranjit.
Yes.
Thanks for your time. And I really like what I did today.
No problem. Yeah. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
and Ranjit, it is thanks
Yeah.
for using the notepad as well as the it is not the audio alone. It's we are fully engaged as you type.
It's a one way of one way of keeping the candidates on the screen.
On the screen, it is good.
Otherwise, some people will be looking at WhatsApp messages and Facebook.
More than that, some people put a mute and sleep or go. It's not a video conference.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, so
So
hopefully.
thank you, Ranjit. And
Thanks.
we'll email you, and நாங்க எல்லாருமே தமிழ் தான். So anything, we are very comfortable and.
Okay. இது தெரியாம நானும் சரி இடையில தமிழ் கூட நான் கலந்துருப்பேன் டெமோல. சரி.
Yeah.
It is good. It was good, Ranjit. We enjoyed it. Go soon.
Right.
Okay, so Kanjan, I will have a conversation with you or email you about the course.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
She's on mute, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you, Ranjit. And we will get back to you. And thank you so much for your time. Sincerely appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for your.
Okay. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.